What's happening, guys? So, this video, I'm going to be talking about the pain of last night. It still hurts. Drawing that game hurts because we know now that it's put us in a position where previously, no, if we'd have won this game, we could afford to lose a game going forward. That being Man City. Now, we're not in that cushy position how we could have been, because we know now with the remaining fixtures left, 8 games left, we know now that it's crunch time. And this is a game where we were leading. It wasn't like we were 2-0 down because Liverpool are still that good team that they've been the past couple of years or so, right? And then we got a good draw. No, this is a bad draw because we were winning and we were winning 2-0. I mean, it's not like we're winning 1-0 and it's like, oh, well, Liverpool equalised, went in front, and then we equalised. Or we were winning 1-0 and then Liverpool equalised and we went back in front, whatever. No, we were winning 2-0. We were looking cushy. I saw a stat on, was it Match of the Day or whatever, that before Granit Xhaka got booked, Liverpool had no shots on target, they weren't doing anything. And it was after he got booked. The stat... It's mad. I mean, you can say that I don't want to blame Jack or anything like that because at the end of the day, you know, he got booked pretty early on in the game. You know what I mean? So Liverpool bound to have some shots in that game. But it's just one of those where it's just a coincidence that since, you know, he lost his head, you know, and everything like that, Liverpool then were back in the game. You know what I mean? And it's like I don't want that to seep through the rest of the team in the league, and then they know, oh yeah, let's wind up Granit Xhaka. You know what I mean? Because you know that's how we get caught. That's how we get caught out. You know what I mean? So yeah, it just hurts that we didn't win that game, man. Because that winning against Liverpool at Anfield as well at this stage of season, it would have been so crucial, man. Imagine being back 8 points clear right now, right? You know, City, they're going to walk past Leicester next week, right? We should beat West Ham. That would have kept the 8-point lead. And then we play Southampton on the Friday. The Saturday, Man City play in the FA Cup semi-final, or the Sunday, whichever one it is, right? And if we beat Southampton, we'd go 11 clear with City having 2 games in hands. You know what I mean? And then going into that City game, it would have been a case of, well, if we were to win that game, you know what I mean? It's that's like what 14 points. That's what could have been. You know what I mean? But if we were to draw that game, you know what I mean? It still would have been cushy, even though they have 2 games in hands. But now, if City win every game, now they win the league because they play us in the meantime. You know what I mean? So we can't afford we can't afford to draw against West Ham. No, nothing. It's got to be a straight blitz. You know what I mean? Some would say surely Man City are going to drop points, but fam, I don't know because I can't see where it's going to happen. Because all the teams that they're playing now are pum-pums. They're playing pum-pum teams, apart from us. But even though we are pum-pum when it comes to them, but let me just go to the fixtures, right? So they have Leicester next Saturday night. Come on, let's be honest, what are Leicester going to do? So obviously they've got Champions League. I'm not even looking at the Champions League and thinking, oh, well, that will put them off. No, you know what I mean. And we've seen Man City do this before. You know, you look when Liverpool were competing with Man City for the league title, and Man City had cup competitions and they still won it. So I ain't looking at that and thinking, oh, well, you know what I mean? Because looking at how Man City are right now, we know anything can happen. But you know, so let's look at their remaining fixtures in the league, right? So they've got Leicester, a pum-pum team, a team they're going to walk through. Let's face it. You know what I mean? We can say that Leicester could get that odd goal and get an equaliser and whatever. Sorry, with the way Leicester have been this season, you know what I mean? And then they're not back in the league until they play us, right? And we go to them. I mean, that is crunch time. You know what I mean? Because that's the last game. I think that's the last game for us. Oh no! This is the second to last game for us in April, right? Then they go. Then after the play us, they go to Fulham. Fulham have been sloppy recently, so you know I can't say that them man are going to do anything. And then they play West Ham, which is their game in hand. They're at home to West Ham. West Ham aren't going to do nothing against them, man. You know what I mean? They might tease you a little bit. You know what I mean? Like a stripper. They might tease you a little bit, but you don't mean they're going to do something. On the 7th, they play Leeds. That's a 2:00 kickoff. But I think that week that they play West Ham, that might get moved because if they get through in the Champions League, the semi-final first leg will be around about that period. So I think that will get moved. But they play Leeds, that home to Leeds. Again, are Leeds really going to do anything against Man City? You know what I mean? The only team I could probably say might do something is Everton. You know what I mean? But even then, because Everton went to Etihad and got a draw. But even then, you know what I mean? I think City squeezed that, the win that in a 1-0 champions fashion, I think. And then second to last game, it says it's a 3:00 kickoff. That's bullshit. That ain't going to be a 3:00 kickoff. On the 20th of May, they play Chelsea. That's not a 3:00 kickoff. That's going to be on TV. That's going to get moved. Chelsea are pum-pums this season. You know, they've got nothing in them to get anything against Man City. See, if this was a Chelsea of old, we'd look at that and think, oh, well, they've got Chelsea, but Chelsea are just pum-pums. And then Brentford in the last game of the season at Brentford, which, you know, Brentford have only lost 2 games at home this season. That being us and Newcastle. But I do think that, you know, the league title will no doubt go to the last day. And should it be that Man City just need to beat Brentford to win it, it's happening. You know what I mean? It's happening. We're yet to see Man City need to win the game on the last day to win the title and fail. We've yet to see that. You know what I mean? We've seen almosts, but they still get through it. So that's just peak in that sense. But you look at our fixtures is harder than theirs, right? Now we go to West Ham next, right? We then host Southampton. You'd expect us to get 6 points from that, but I'm looking at that and I'm worried about every game right now. You know what I mean? Especially if we would have beaten Liverpool, I wouldn't have been that worried because I'd be thinking, you know what, if we can go Anfield and do that, then obviously we go to Man City, and then we host Chelsea on the Saturday night kickoff on the 29th. Right? Chelsea are pum-pums this season, but you know, last time they played at Emirates, they beat us. Then we go to Newcastle, who've now found form, the form they should have had that could have won them a trophy, by the way. But we go to them. Yeah. Then we host Brighton, which has been moved to the 14th of May, which is a 4:30 kickoff. We host Brighton, who've already beaten us at Emirates this season in a cup. But personally, I'm not getting fooled by Brighton because if they get into the FA Cup final, which I think they probably might, but you never know, they'll have one eye on that. So I'll be more confident with that. Then we go to Forest, which they're fighting for their lives to stay up. Last time we went there, we lost. And then the last game of the season is Wolves. And to me, Wolves are no slouch. You know what I mean? Wolves are capable of causing problems. So, yeah, it's a mad one right now. But that draw hurt yesterday. That draw really hurt. It's a painful draw. It's painful. It's one of them draws that feel like a loss. You know what I mean? Surely, after all Arsenal have done this season, surely we're not gonna capitulate now. You know what I mean? Surely not. The late goals against Fulham, Bournemouth, Villa. Surely we're not going to capitulate. And I'm looking at the City fixture when we go to them. We're due a win against Man City in the league, right? If we're going to get it, that fixture would be perfect to get it. Go to them and beat them at their ground. That would be perfect. Because surely we're not slipping here. But you just never know, because we've seen this before, haven't we? We've seen this before. Now, the bottom three, two of them we play, right? Two of them we have to play that are currently in the bottom three, right? Southampton and rock bottom, we play them in 2 weeks. Forest, we play them next month. Leicester is who Man City have next on Saturday night. You know what I mean? All three are fighting for the life, but Leicester aren't fighting hard enough. You know what I mean? Like, but then when you look at it, Man City still have to play Leicester, Everton, Leeds. West Ham are in the mix for relegation fight, really. Forest on 27 points, so is Everton. Leeds on 29. West Ham and Bournemouth on 30 points. So anybody can get sucked in. I mean, out of those, we play three of those, sorry, that's in that fight. Or I should say 4, if you want to include Wolves, because they're on 31 points. So Wolves, West Ham, Forest, and Southampton, we play. These are teams fighting for their lives. And then we have Newcastle that we go to, who are fighting for top 4. You know what I mean? That draw hurt, man. We were 2-0 up. You know what I mean? Toxic, positive Arsenal fans will be happy enough for that draw. You know what I mean? But when you're an Arsenal fan that has standards, you know what I mean? When you're 2 up, I don't care how hard it is to go with the place that we go. If you're 2 up, you know what I mean? I'm not happy if we don't win. You know what I mean? Especially when you got a league title to fight for. Come on now. You know what I mean? But that hurt, man. It just hurts. You know what I mean? So the response is going to be, going to be the main focus now. How are we going to respond? Because so far we've had a good response this season. Apart from when we lost to Man City in the FA Cup, our response was we lost to Everton. Then our response to that was we drew against Brentford at home. You know what I mean? Drawing from a winning position at home, that result hurt as well, to be honest with you. You know what I mean? That result hurt. But yeah. We'll have to see what happens though, innit? You know what I mean? I mean, you just never know. You just never know. You never know. But it's just a painful result from yesterday. But let's just hope that we pull through and we do the business, because it's been since 2004. We haven't won the league since 2004. That's a long time. You know what I mean? A lot's changed since 2004. Since we last lifted that trophy that you see right there. Since we last lifted that, it's been a long time. But anyways, I'm done with this. Like the video, share the video, comment, subscribe to the channel, and follow the socials. The TikTok and my Instagram is in the description. And I'll see you guys in the next stream